good? Like, psych?
gosh.
Are you kidding me?
Like, I accidentally got obsessed with this.
You can't accidentally, Rebecca. That is such an excuse.
Like, first episode sucked me in, and then I just couldn't stop.
Then why did you start? You know,
Because
if you knew you're susceptible,
I
if you knew you were susceptible, why did you even start?
I was like, this seems like something I would like, and gosh, I was right. I like it.
You're so freaking weird. All right, we are live, by the way. But
What?
yeah, we're live. Somebody's on YouTube right now. What's up?
Thanks for the heads up.
Hey, Rebecca, we're on live, by the way.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna go make tea. Never mind.
Oh, you can still make tea. Yeah, make tea. Make me some too.
Okay, you want your headphones?
We're already late. Yes, I do. I'm gonna post on the Discord that we are live, just so that people know. But I'm also gonna tell them that.
I'm making tea.
Yeah.
We haven't even talked about the show.
Nope. I am realizing that now.
You're like, oh, she's gonna go live.
We could do it live.
You got Freddie there.
Right. Web. Is there anybody out there? Hello. I don't actually know the who's the other one? Not Adele. Jay West. Who's the other person that sang the Hello song? Not Adele. Lionel Richie? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've never heard that song before. Yeah. Yeah, never heard that song.
Are you live?
I'm just chilling with Webb right now.
Are you really?
Yeah.
What's up, Web?
Webb, Jay West said, "What's up, Bixby? Woo." That's what he said. Rebecca is making tea right now.
She's making tea.
She's making tea. I gave her the go-ahead.
Rebecca, you're making tea? I'm sorry, I was helping Zacchaeus.
Oh, he is getting a talking to now. I'm about to post in the Discord. I promise I'm not ignoring you. Oh, Jay, he just left. I'll tell him you say what's up whenever he comes back. All right, we live. Ba 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 ba. "25 seconds. Wow. The on the screen should probably be a pretty good indicator for you of like that's whenever I'm seeing it too. So it's nice that it shows up on the screen. Okay, the cat is attacking my feet. It's nice that it shows up on the screen because then you can kind of get a feel for the latency. But I am surprised that YouTube is as long as it is. But then again, I'm also not. Facebook, I think, puts an automatic 30 seconds ahead of the latency that you already have. So it's like a guaranteed 30-second latency on Facebook. And then you have like 15 seconds, maybe more or less, maybe 25. So by the end of it, it's like almost a whole minute behind. It's Facebook is something else. They're good. I'm actually okay with the 25-second latency. It's a bit awkward whenever you're having like conversation like this, but whenever you're live, it doesn't make it too bad. Unfortunately, whenever we do like what we did not last Friday. The last time we did a live stream on Friday night. We did the Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Stuff like that whenever it's kind of reliant on people commenting. And you have like a 25, 30 second, 45 second latency. Makes it a little bit awkward. Because we can't just wait for people to comment. So, context is not important. Right. This cat is getting wires. Hey, stop it. Come here. If there is one thing that is true, it's that the Crockett's certainly feed their cats. He's getting fat, dude, and their other cats are already like obese. All right, I need to finish this Discord because I forgot to hit send. Rebecca's making tea at the moment, and we haven't actually discussed our show topics yet. I'm just not realizing after hitting the live button. So if you want to come hang, welcome to should be officially starting in the next 20-ish. All right, the thing has been sent. Now let's look at these show topics that Rebecca 100% did all on her own because I'm the worst co-host in the world. If Rebecca was not a part of this podcast, it would have died. It would have died before it got off the ground because I am just the worst. The actual worst. Hello, is it me you're looking for? My headphones aren't plugged in. It was lying on the floor. Ah, I can hear now. What's up?
Did you see, did John also show you his new stereo?
Jay West got a new stereo? He didn't. He was probably
Double
saving
den.
that.
Touch screen.
You got a touch screen stereo.
Oh, was it supposed to be a surprise?
I was gonna tell him later, but that's fine. Yeah.
See, I knew that you were
Marketplace.
waiting to tell me, and I tried to stop her before she told me, but that's awesome.
Yeah. Marketplace. It's a good find.
Yeah.
And he was like 20 minutes from here. He's like, yeah, I bought it for my truck, and I had to sell my truck because gas mileage, so I never really got to use it. I was like, oh, cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Got the fancy stereo.
Well, it's 7 years old, but you know,
Still fancy.
still fancy.
Still
Fancier
fancy.
than what was in there. So.
Yeah. Clay got two new 2 10-inch, or maybe they're 2 12-inch.
Whoa.
And his he got a new Subaru. He sold his other one. Got a new one with
Is he
a
flipping
turbo.
Cars now?
Clay's always been flipping
He's
cars.
Flipping cars.
Hi, Webb.
But yeah, so he got a new Subaru with a turbo, and then he put 2, I'm going to say they're 10 just so I don't sound like I'm overselling it, but 2 10-inch
That's pretty
in the
exciting.
back, but he's got like an enclosed box, and they're close enough that like I couldn't stick my finger between them.
Oh, wow.
So that's very crammed in that little box. But
That's cool.
sounds all right. It doesn't like resonate in your chest, you know? It's mostly just
Yeah.
you can mostly just hear it in your ears, which I'm not a huge fan of that kind of bass where it's just in your ears.
Yeah. You want to feel it.
I want to feel it
Yeah,
more.
It's an experience. It's
Yeah,
supposed to be.
I want to feel the bass in the background of the song.
That's why Rockford Fosgate said the punch.
The
They want
punch.
to punch you in the chest with their bass.
Yeah,
That's pretty awesome.
that's what I want.
Did you know that Zacchaeus' Rockford Fosgate Punch 55.2 went out? Done.
Really?
It used to be in your car.
Yeah.
Just fried.
Remember I told you the other night and you complained about how they stole it from you?
Yeah, I was playing along with Jay West telling
okay,
me that
Nathan.
sucks.
So the amp he has now is not a Rockford Fosgate, and it doesn't have the punch.
I thought. Oh, the amp. The amp.
The amp does not have a punch.
What about the sub? Is the sub still good? The
Sub's
JL?
still good.
It's just that because it doesn't have the amp. That's the worst.
Have the kick. It's all in the ear, Nathan. It's like you said. It's
Yep.
all in the ear.
Man, I am so mature
Bye,
for
Webb.
saying that.
Webb, hope you're doing good.
Oh, by the way, Jay West, Webb did say hi
Hi, Webb.
just as you were walking away.
Can I say hello?
You can say hello. Yeah.
all right?
Come on, man. Come on, man.
I got my dad's shirt on. It's the relaxed style shirt
Oh, nice. With the hammock.
with the hammock and the boat.
Nice, yeah.
And, I thought I'm out helping Zacchaeus with his truck, so in the dark.
You're so old.
So I'm doing the dad shirt, and I hope you like it. Nathan is not. in
I'm wearing a
dad
cool
This
shirt.
is a good shirt.
This is a great shirt.
It's a great shirt.
Labra. I was thinking today about how cool this is.
Mhm.
It's a labret.
It is.
It's like minimalistic.
Mhm.
Gets the point across.
I like that he's holding a beaker. Like,
Yeah,
It's just
And
fun to say Beaker. And there's
Beaker.
also a Sesame Street character named Beaker.
there is. Me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Why did you do that so well?
I-
Did you grow up with Sesame
Nope.
Street?
Don't even know who Beaker is.
Well, I mean, you're
Being
pretty
honest.
accurate with that.
Webb says you're rocking it, by the way.
Rocky, that's funny.
Don't-
the dad
Don't
shirt.
fill his ego, Webb.
I showed up to our group tonight and before dinner, and I was wearing this Hollister. It's like a seagull or
Yeah.
some sort of bird. And one of the guys there, who's a lieutenant colonel, he goes, "Oh, a flock of seagulls." And I was like, "Well, it's one, but I guess you could."
Uh-huh.
But I was like, "Wait, maybe he's referencing the band.
Flock of Seagulls.
Isn't there Flock of Seagulls as a band from the 80s or 70s?" Or
Yeah, I
something?
think so. I only know that because there's a Weird Al song. It's the Albuquerque
Yeah.
song, and he mentions a guy with a flock of seagulls
Flock of
haircut.
seagull- Yeah.
And I always thought it was a haircut that looked like a flock of seagulls.
Yeah.
It's not. It's a band.
Band. I guess they're quite good. But
Yeah.
anyway. Well, I'm going to go keep cleaning. So I know. There I go again.
Psh.
Thanks, Nathan.
Hey, from JOS, everybody. I can't believe I'm over 2.5 years into this podcast and I still don't have like a round of applause sound effect. I also can't believe that I've been sitting here and I haven't actually put the intro and the hotkeys yet.
You're surprised?
No, not really.
Okay. I was going to say that makes one of us.
Hello, is it me you're looking for? Is that the song?
For what?
I don't know. Lionel Richie song?
It's a song. Yeah.
Is it?
Lionel Richie does sing it.
Okay.
I believe.
I don't know, man. Too young for that stuff.
Why is it stuck in your head?
Only that part is. That's the only part I know.
Okay.
Oh, no. The hello. Hey. Is that Vince?
Yes.
Yeah. Vince, I don't know if you were here last time we did a live stream on Twitch. But I had to go through and type out every bad word I knew of. And I played Xbox 360, and I know a lot of bad words. A lot of things have been done to my mother over the years, apparently. Anyway. That's like the joke is like the kids in like Call of Duty lobbies and stuff would just berate each other's mothers. But anyway, so I had to type out all the bad words I knew, and one of those was hell. It can be used as a bad word. I thought better safe than sorry, right? Well, now the HE double hockey sticks and hello,
Gets blocked.
it gets blocked.
That's weird though. Like that it takes it out of a word.
Yeah, I forgot to take that out. I could probably do that now, but all right, Rebecca, what are we talking about today?
Well, I thought you might want to talk about all the work that you've been doing
Sure.
lately, and then what happened at dinner tonight that's just thrown me off the rest of the evening. Do you remember? It had to do with my teeth.
Oh, yeah. We can talk about that. We can talk
I
about that
thought
for sure.
we'd start off talking about that. And then I would talk about my experience doing the midday today.
Yeah, we should have had Jonathan Weir on the show.
Well,
Is
he's
it too late?
sleeping because
Oh, because he does the morning show?
yeah.
Dang it.
And then
We could not record tonight. We could record tomorrow morning.
oh sure, and then Steve from
Yeah.
Blues Clues. We're recording right now.
Okay.
Steve from Blues Clues because that got me like right in the feels, and I think I need to talk about how I'm feeling about that.
Do you want to listen to the whole thing, or is there a part of this video?
No, the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Like
The
you
whole
need to
2 minutes.
listen to
All right.
the whole thing.
That'll be easy 2 minutes.
Little Uzi.
Lil Uzi Vert.
Uh-huh. So he had a painful occurrence the other night. So we're going to talk about what happened to him.
Okay.
You have the article. We're going to talk about a bank that was just giving away people's money.
Yeah.
And then we're going to talk about the swearing duck. And I'm going to use some swear words tonight.
Oh
Swear
my
word.
gosh, just like Vince in the chat.
Yes, because I've got a quote.
Come on. Hello, really?
The
How
duck.
could you?
That's what we have.
Is
tonight.
this
We'll see what happens though.
is this video the duck? If I play this, is it gonna?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure. All right, cool. I don't even know what these words are anymore. I forget
We
what I.
don't even know what Pepperoni said that's been blocked out.
He could have said hello without the O.
Oh, he
I'm
could have
s-
said, oh.
It could have been a lot of things. There's so many 4-letter words. This has gone horribly awry. All right, let's.
It went from every once in a while there being a bad word to now every text looks like it's a bad word.
Yeah, this has kind of backfired. A
Also,
little bit.
hi, Pepperoni.
Yeah, I was thinking about you earlier. Don't know
I'm
why.
so sorry, guys, that we haven't recorded in a while. Yeah, we'll talk about it on the show, though.
Yeah, you ready to get this
We
show
can go
on
and
the
get
road?
started, yes.
All right, I gotta check the Discord really quick.
Yeah, and
before we
are our
start.
levels okay?
Yeah, they're all right. I was just
So-
checking them.
My hair is crazy. Like, what's going on?
I don't know. Melanie's hair was crazy this morning, so it's something.
So two people's hair was
something
crazy.
in
Obviously,
the
something's
air
going
tonight.
on.
Yep, my hair looks fine though. Oh,
Okay,
he gone.
pepperoni.
Oh, I didn't get bollocks. That's a good one. I also didn't get bloody. Bloody is a pretty bad
That's
curse
like the
word
F word.
in the EU. Yeah.
Mhm.
I need to go get water before we start.
Is that bottle not opened? Because it's been sitting there like since last time we did a show. I have not cleaned the studio for a while. It's kind of messy
Gross.
right now. There's a dead plant sitting over there because Freddie ripped it to pieces.
Oh, I have a story about a dead plant
Okay.
that I received as a gift recently.
I will put dead plant on our list of things to talk about.
Throw it on the list. I'm gonna move the chat over here because you're wearing. Yeah, I mean it looks all right, but I'm wearing a white T-shirt. Is that okay? Or
So
should I
far
move
so
it
good.
over here?
No, I think we're okay because it was
I
on
could
the
put it
wood.
right there on your face.
You know what? Go ahead. My hair's not behaving tonight. Let's just cover it up.
Better yet, Rebecca, I have a better idea. This one? No, it doesn't work. What the heck? Oh, this one. Check this out. Wait a minute. How do I? Oh, no, I can't do it. I was going to pan it over to your face, but I can't.
Yeah, because you'd have to like move. No, never mind.
It's a lot. All
Okay.
right. Well, that was a... All right. Okay. Are you done?
Mhm.
Jeez.
Wait, did you change shirts today?
From this afternoon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I took
When
a
we had
shower.
lunch today, you were wearing a different shirt.
I was wearing my Boom Roasted shirt. Did you
Yeah.
see the lady at the...
Yes.
I about asked for a number, but I'm so scared of freaking...
I didn't think she would be a
High
good fit for
schoolers.
you. She wasn't
No?
a high schooler.
But I was thinking, right?
Mm-hmm.
She had tattoos. She had like a nose piercing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, but how cool would I look dating her? You know? I had that thought of like, what if I just went for it?
I would have been actually really proud of you. Okay, we should just go ahead and start the
All
show.
right, let's start recording.
Shall we begin?
Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. Everybody stay calm. It's time. It's time. You just say it's time.
Coming to you now from the largest studio ever constructed.
Trying to control this thing is kind of like trying to make oatmeal cry.
It's like trying to use the president's mouth to make out with God's middle name.
It's like trying to stir diarrhea with your dog's sense of humor.
Vent Lab.
Those are actual comments from listeners trying to describe what we do here.
Very accurate descriptions.
Yeah.
Painted a picture
Oh, it painted.
that I could relate to.
Painted a picture for sure. Rebecca, I think you and I can both agree that as of recent, this show has been off the rails.
Yeah, I mean, it's not unusual for our show to go off the rails. But like last week, that was bad. That was the one where we like talked about poop a lot, right? Last Tuesday. Like we didn't even talk about any of the stuff we planned.
Right. And that hasn't happened for a while in our defense, where poop has just overtaken a whole episode like that.
And it's not going to happen again. So we're going to just stop it there.
I don't know about that.
Because we have a lot of other stuff to talk about today that we don't need to like invade it with poop.
Yeah.
And that's the last time I'm going to say that word today.
Real quick in the chat, Madeline is about to go to bed, so we need to say hi or bye to her.
Madeline, hello.
Hi.
And good night.
Sleep well.
Have
Sleep
a good
tight.
night's sleep. And I hope you have a wonderful day at school tomorrow.
There you go. Madeline
Eat a
in
good
the chat as
breakfast,
well.
Madeline.
Yeah, it's the most important part of the day. It's the most important meal of the day.
Yes, that's what I hear.
So I've been eating breakfast a lot recently, and it's come to my attention that whole idea that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, it's just an advertising thing.
You think so?
Yes, I do.
No, I think it's because you go for so long without eating. Can we turn the music down? It's starting to get distracting. I knew you were going to do that.
It wasn't just all right. Fine, you know what? Yeah, all right.
I couldn't focus.
You're
It was
such
just
a
like
grandma.
blaring in my head. Anyway, I think it's because you go so long without eating during the night that you need to like re-nourish in the morning to like get your brain flowing correctly.
No.
Also, Webb says, I was so shocked by last week's show, I had to listen to it twice.
Yeah, that was the whole point. We
Madeline
got to get those
says
numbers
night-night.
up. We got to get those numbers up, guys. And if it means putting out an episode that you got to watch twice or listen to
Get
twice.
the numbers up to like number 2.
Ooh, we had 2 listens at our last episode. Thanks, Webb.
You got that right? Number 2?
Number 2,
You
yeah,
like
like
in
poop. Oh, I didn't
You
even.
missed
I
it. It went
missed
over
that.
your head. And
Wow.
also, I said I wasn't going to say it anymore, and I did.
Which is why I didn't say that we wouldn't talk about poop anymore, because I knew it would be a lie. Hello, Richard.
And yes, we are alive, very much alive. We've been so busy.
We're
lately.
so alive, guys. It's not even funny how alive we are.
Like we've been working like crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, I worked like 7 days in a row, and then the day off was Labor Day, and I went to my parents' house and put the tarp on the pool,
Oh man!
and it was like,
that's why they invited everybody over for dinner to help close the pool.
yeah. Oh, it's a yearly tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and it was all muddy, so we had to like reach in the mud, and people found crawdads and stuff.
Fun.
That I'm so scared. I worked hard, but I got out of work.
No, you were working.
I was
You
working.
were working.
I was working.
At work.
I
I was working at work. Like we're pulling extra shifts right now. Like we're doing jobs upon jobs.
We're making it happen. High five, guys! If you need some examples in life to follow, right here, us too.
Do you want to know what it looks like to overwork yourself and have mental breakdowns from time to time because of it.
Yeah.
We're a great example of that.
These two right here.
Yeah, but today we're not having a mental breakdown, probably because you had a day off. I had a day off, but you were hosting on the morning show all last week.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so I was co-hosting on the morning show all last week.
Okay.
It was something. I was on Life 88.5, as
Which you
a
work
lot of people
for
know.
regularly.
Richard's getting ready for his third meeting today. It's 9
Wait,
p.m.
what?
You have a meeting today. Anyway.
Tonight.
I got distracted. So, yes, I've been having some early mornings doing the morning show, and it's been a party. And then on the weekends, had 3 events that went pretty late, all 3 of them. Had Monday off for Labor Day. And then I did the morning show again this Tuesday.
You've been doing full-on radio, which isn't what you've been up to lately. Like, you've been balancing it between Amazon and radio, but it's been all radio the last couple weeks. How does that feel, Nathan?
You know, it's weird because I was incredibly exhausted by the end of it all. Like, Friday night, I was feeling it.
You were kind of kooky. Like, I was texting you, and you weren't responding correctly to my text.
I had to Google words as I was responding to you, like basic words. I was like,
wow.
What is it?
And you
what does it
drove home
mean?
like that?
Yeah. Yeah. And it was like, what, like 9:30 that conversation?
Probably,
Yeah, it was.
yeah.
It wasn't late by any means. But anyway, so I was like tired. But at the end of it all, it was nice.
And why was it nice, Nathan?
Because it's freaking radio.
Because you're getting to do what you really, really are passionate about.
It's one thing working like 7 days out of a week doing a job you don't want to do. It's a whole other thing whenever it's like, would I do that again? Absolutely, because I enjoyed every bit of it, even the parts where I was tired and driving home whenever I probably shouldn't have been. But it was great.
Yeah.
It was great. Got a lot of good feedback and stuff.
Jobs you don't want to do. So this morning, I had the opportunity to co-host on the Midday Show with John Grayson because he had a special guest on this morning. The one and only Jonathan Weir. You might have heard of him. I think there's 11 people out there who know who he is. But Jonathan texted me last week and said that he was going to be on. And I was like, wow, that's super cool. I'm really excited for Kansas City. And then I started thinking, like, I want to be on. Like, if he's going to be on the show.
But wait.
I want to join in. He's on my radio station. Like, can I?
How weird is it that whenever, like, 3 years ago, you were on Jonathan's radio station, but now he was on your radio station.
Oh, well, it was still my radio station too when I was on it.
Right,
with
but
him.
he was there first, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Well, so anyway, I found out Jonathan was going to be on there, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going into the weekend. So I'm not going to think about it until Monday. Because if I'm going to be on, I need to pass this by my boss, Jonathan, John Grayson. Also, it's hard to host with 2 people named John.
Yeah, Big John, Little John.
I didn't think about distinguishing them in that way, but I was calling them the Johns, which I think is kind of inappropriate.
Is it?
I think so.
I don't know.
Anyway, so I ended up texting John Grayson and asked him in just a very kind, sheepish way of, could I please sit in with you? What time frame would work best for you? You won't hurt my feelings if you say no, which I lied about because my feelings would have been hurt if he said no. Anyway, and 11 was asking for it. Like, people were saying, wouldn't it be cool if Rebecca was on? And I didn't want to disappoint the 11. Also, I really just wanted to, like, co-host with Jonathan again, even though John Grayson was there. But we've all worked together before. It was cool. Anyway, so between 10 and noon today, Jonathan Weir was on. I sat in and got to be on as well. And it was just like the good old days. Like, I was really nervous going into it because I felt like the expectation was really high. Like, the 11 was so excited about it. like over 700 of the 11 like responded on Facebook to their excitement about him being on. And I was like, would me talking like take away from him, or would that add to it? And am I intruding on John Grayson's show? Like, I was really nervous about it. Like I was shaking, and I've been doing this for a really long time. And so I sent you a text message, and you were like super encouraging, like to just go in there and go after it. But once the mic came on, like I was like, nope, here we go.
Which
all the nerves went away.
Which is what always happens.
It is.
And so I don't know.
Which is good.
I don't know why you thought it wouldn't be like that. Like it blew my mind. It blew my mind that you were even questioning whether or not you should go on the show to begin with. If that was me, I would be like, yeah, hi, I have a question. Can I sit there? Can I be on the show, please?
I wasn't sure what my supervisor or my boss would say, if they would just say, no, we don't want you to be a part of that today. So I didn't say anything.
So you were afraid of rejection.
I was definitely afraid of rejection from like a whole bunch of different angles.
You got to quit selling yourself short, man.
So I texted my supervisor while I was on air with John and was like, hey, so I'm on with John right now on midday, so I won't be at the meeting, but I'll try to stop by. So on like a commercial break, I went and sat in on the meeting for a minute.
You took
like 3 minutes.
It's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
I totally took that.
Are you like 15?
No, but that's what everybody says in radio.
That you sound 15?
No.
That you act 15?
No.
That you are 15?
No, but to ask for permission or ask for forgiveness instead of permission. Because I wanted it so bad and I didn't want somebody to tell me no. And so I thought I'd rather just get in trouble for it if I do it.
Oh my gosh.
And so I just sat down and I did it. And I think it went well. I had so much fun. The text line had an excellent response. And it made me realize how much I used to love my job.
Yeah. I mean, you go from living the dream to not, and then you get a little taste of it again.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a roller coaster of emotions you just went through.
Yeah. And then I came home and I had to jump back into like the normal of calling for interviews and writing stories and getting my anchoring together, and which is still great and all. And I'm thankful that I have that. But man, you know, when you're doing what you love doing and you really thrive in it, like you were exhausted, but you were happily exhausted. For those of you listening, Nathan's using like the close-up cam on his face to show that he's like,
I'm not
what's
buying
the emotion
it.
that you're feeling there?
I'm not buying it. I'm so grateful for this job.
Listen, I'm thankful.
Okay, you're such
if
a
I wasn't
pushover.
thankful, I would have left already, but I'm thankful for it. Like, it's still a great position. It's just, it's not where I thrive.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to do what I thrive in today. And was I exhausted today? Yes. But I was so excited and so thankful I got to do what I enjoy doing.
Well, I'm going to yell on here. Okay.
And that I got to
that was great.
Help bring that to the 11 because there was technical difficulties getting Jonathan on at first. And so Grayson and I held the show while they worked behind the scenes to get it taken care of. And it was like the same issues you and I had when we had Jonathan on, but I didn't have to fix anything this time. So I was just sitting back letting things get fixed and every once in a while throwing out an annoying suggestion.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Oh, dude, I would have died sitting there not being able to fix it myself. They had the, so Jonathan called in through like what, Zoom?
Yes.
Through Zoom. And they had the echoing issue that we also encountered.
Yeah, he had Zoom and Clean Feed up at the same time.
So he had Jonathan's
on the same computer.
audio coming through two different sources.
Yeah.
And it was the same situation that we faced whenever we were trying to interview Jonathan and Lee and everybody.
But we figured that one out.
We figured it out like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
All right.
Jamie is on vacation this week.
He's answering a question in the chat.
Yes, sorry.
But yeah, anyway, I would have died if I was sitting there just not being able to go in and fix it myself.
Yeah. And I was nervous about like what topics we would discuss because I didn't want to discuss serious stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that was where a little bit of my nerves were coming from, but that didn't happen. We ended up having really fun topics, except for this one like really boring music topic where I was like, I don't know any of these bands that he's talking about. I couldn't even repeat them to you.
So it's just like old times.
Yeah. But here's one really fun segment that I liked. He asked the question, like, when did you first know somebody was rich? Like, what was the first sign?
I remember that.
And I thought that was a really good question. My response was name brand fruit snacks, like if somebody had a fruit roll up in their lunch.
Mm-hmm.
But then we kept carrying it on, and I was talking about a friend that had a soda machine. Like, they kept the quarters on top of the soda machine.
Yeah.
And then, like, it was outside by the pool, and if you put the quarters in, you know, you got your soda, and it was really fun and exciting. And I was like, this is the richest family I know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, their house was probably smaller than the house I live in right now, but they had a soda machine, and I was pretty sure, like, maybe they knew the queen. I don't know, but I thought they were pretty wealthy. So then I thought I'd ask you that same question.
Well,
also, you on the chat, if you guys want to chime in and answer, when did you first realize somebody was wealthy?
I didn't. Okay, I'll answer it and then I'll give a life experience lesson thing. Okay, so I came to the conclusion in my early teens that anybody with a white fence was rich.
Okay.
You have people with fences, but it was the people with the white fences that were rich, because I grew up in the country where everybody has a fence.
Uh-huh.
But you know it costs way more money to put up a white fence around a whole pasture than it does just some like cattle panel or whatever,
Yeah.
or some barbed wire. So I thought that is a good sign, and it pretty much holds up. Even if you go around your neighborhood, not your neighborhood, nobody has fences here really.
Yeah, we do.
Well,
Almost
like privacy
everybody.
fences. I'm talking about like
I mean, pretty
like
much
cattle.
every single house.
Okay,
has
so
a
you go
privacy
like
fence.
towards like the country side of your town.
Yes.
If you see a white fence, look at the house, because I'm pretty sure.
If
If they have
they're
a white fence, they're either going to have a nice house or a pool or both.
Uh-huh.
And the pool is the thing that I didn't realize meant you were rich.
You didn't realize until today, or
No, I didn't realize until much later on in my life that like having a pool just wasn't a normal thing.
No, that's a status symbol right there.
Because you've been to my house, we have a big pool.
Yeah, you do.
And it's above ground. It's not like a anything crazy, but it's an above ground pool, and it's of good size, big enough that you could probably see it from a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize like, no, not everybody has these. And I actually had to catch myself more recently. I was doing a break for 88.5. That's how recent this was. And I was talking about like the summertime and stuff, and like I mentioned something about going out and cleaning your pool and stuff, and I was like, wait a minute, that's probably not very relatable.
Yeah, not a lot of people can relate to that.
And I had like a moment of like, did I grow up rich because we had a pool?
Uh-huh.
The answer is
Yes.
well, my parents had a lot of money. They also had a lot of kids. And so we didn't live
Which
like we were
also
rich.
meant that they were rich because they were able to feed all those kids and have a pool.
That's true.
Well, did you have fruit snacks?
We did.
Did
but
you
we
have
got them from
fruit
Sam's
roll-ups?
Club.
Okay, well.
So not as many fruit roll-ups, though,
not
actually.
quite sure if you were rich then, for sure.
But we did have livestock. So that was cool. And we were also homeschooled. Also, another thing is my parents' house is kind of big. This is just going to be Nathan bragging about my rich. We don't have a white fence, though, so we weren't rich. But our house was kind of big, and people would, like, friends would always make comments about how big our house was whenever they came over. And I was like, our house is not that big. Our house is big enough that a full-grown man could reach a dead sprint going from one side to the other. Like you could
There was
easily...
a lot of kids that filled that house, though. It had to be big.
Yeah, but I didn't think about, like, how I would sprint from one side of the house to the other, and it wasn't like I would barely reach my fastest point and then have to slow down immediately. Like, I could kind of carry on a run for a while. It's a big house. It's long. It's a ranch style house.
All right. Well, Nathan's bragging. I'm going to go ahead and read some comments from the chat here. The kids that had Transformers instead of GoBots like me. That's from Jayhawk.
I had Transformers, but I bought them with my own money that I got from my grandma.
How much cheaper were GoBots, and what was the big difference between GoBots and Transformers?
GoBots don't roll out. They just kind of
They're just there.
leave. GoBots.
And then Webb says, you
Let's
mean
leave.
the cement pond? And then I'll have to get my glasses for this next text because I can't.
You can't read. Oh my gosh, she's so old. What if we put it right here, right where your face goes? It's from Bebaroni. He says, one funny thing I've noticed while flying is all the insane mansions around town I never noticed because they are not visible from roads. That's true. It's always weird, especially whenever you're out like in the country. Like if you drive in the back roads of Lansing and Leavenworth,
I can totally read it now that my glasses are
on. There's so many huge houses in the Kansas area.
Mm-hmm. So the richest person that I have ever, their house that I've been to, the richest house that I've ever been to is it's in Overland Park. Like, I don't know if it's quite Leawood. It's like out there past the main like populated area. But the house is so huge. I think I've talked about this before. They had Narnia in their backyard.
Oh, dude.
And they had orchards and Hermes Landscaping. That's what they own. Have you heard of Hermes Landscaping?
No.
Okay. Hermes Landscaping. I bet they're great landscapers.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor, but anyway, the President Bush had come to visit that house, and the Secret Service had to like secure the area because there was a lot of wooded area. Like their house was in the middle of a wooded area. Like you wouldn't just drive by and see it. You had to go like way back in there. My kids did not know these people. We were there for the very first time, and my kids were asking to stay the night at this house. And the people were like, yeah, maybe sometime. And I was like, wait, what?
Huh?
We don't know each other, but can I stay?
Right. They probably had a room for you.
Probably.
I'm looking up GoBots. They are quite literally off-brand Transformers.
Oh,
and
man.
Richard, I'm sorry, they don't look as fun as Transformers.
That wasn't Richard. That was Jayhawk for Life.
Oh, it was, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, now, Vince, I'm sorry for calling you Richard. I'm also sorry because these do not look as fun as Transformers. I had a lot of Transformers. Me and Grant, fun fact. Grant Miller, friend of the show. He's one who sits in for you a lot whenever you're out, obviously.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, he's also my roommate, also my childhood best friend.
Also producer of the morning show that I'm on.
Right, of the KMBZ morning show. I also play a lot of video games with him. I also graduated high school.
Oh, right. Okay, enough. What?
I
Anyway,
visited
what about him?
in college whenever he was at K-State. Anyway, did I mention we're roommates? We live in the same apartment complex. We take turns doing dishes and stuff.
Okay. What?
We both had Transformers.
Uh-huh.
And so we would call each other's house phones and talk for like an hour, which is kind of a long time for like a 7-year-old to be talking on the phone. But we would race each other transforming our favorite Transformers. We would try to like compare the sizes and like
That's actually kind of cute.
complexity of like, okay, which like the difficulty of them. And then we would race. Thing is, I'm sure Grant is a dirty, rotten cheater because, who knows if he was faster than I was or not.
Okay,
Probably
so
wasn't.
Friday night's live stream, Nathan and I are going to compete transforming Transformers. Do you have any Transformers?
I would buy some. Can we do that? That's not radio friendly at all, but can we do that?
It's not radio friendly, but that would be really,
Oh,
I would like
can we
to
have
give it a
Grant come in
try.
as like the reigning champion? Pretty sure I was faster than him anyway.
Grant to be on.
I was so good at Transformers, Rebecca. I'm just going to tell you right now. I was so good at Transformers that there were these young kids that went to our church and they like idolized me. And they always wanted Transformers too.
Transformer hero. They like really
Yes.
looked up to you.
They would get
Nobody
Transformers.
Could transform a Transformer like Nathan.
I'm not even kidding. They would get new Transformers and their parents couldn't get them transformed from one state to the other. And so they would bring it to me and they're like, Nathan, we've been trying all weekend and we can't get this thing. Can you please?
You have to take it to another state to transform it?
All right, you're dumb. And so I would just transform it. I had never seen the transformer before. You just kind of learn how they work and you transform it.
You
And they're
figure
like,
it out.
I don't understand what's going on in your little 12-year-old brain. How can you figure that out like that? I was just good at it, you know? I'm a child prodigy, I guess.
Okay.
So
I wouldn't go that far.
if you want to challenge me in transforming, by all means, I welcome it. But
Okay.
you're going to lose.
Okay.
I am a
I've
prodigy.
never transformed a transformer before, so I'm not saying like I'm gonna be any good at it. I'm just saying I can give it a try.
You're not going to be good. My childhood was basically built around Transformers and Mega Man action figures.
Okay, so speaking of your life being built around something, how many of you grew up with Blue's Clues? Specifically Steve as your Blue's Clues host?
Steve.
Yes. Steve went away to college, left everybody in the lurch. No, his brother, I don't know, was that his real brother? He said it was his brother.
Doubt it was his brother.
Like took the spot. But anyway, Steve just released a message to everybody about what he was going through or like what happened. He like wanted to talk about what happened when he left for college. But first, I think we need to listen to his goodbye message.
Is this his goodbye message here?
I don't think so.
Oh, I didn't realize.
I sent you two different ones. So that bottom one?
The bottom one is the goodbye message? Yeah, okay, that's
not
the same.
that
That's and
Yeah,
this one.
That one, that's the
These are the same that you sent
no
me.
down. Go down one. There you
this
go.
one.
There
Okay,
you go. That's
okay,
what we want
okay,
to listen
okay.
to right,
All right,
there.
Hold on, I gotta sneeze. It's
You
right
got-
there.
Are you okay? Other way. Turn your
Oh
head.
no! Don't do this to me. Okay, well, my life is ruined at this point.
Avoided that one.
Okay, let's just go ahead and listen to Steve. This is whenever Steve was first leaving.
Thanks, Blue.
Ow, ow, ow.
I'm gonna miss you.
Steve was hugging Blue.
I'm gonna miss you too. I'll never forget how you helped me find all those clues. You really are so smart. Which reminds me, will you take good care of my brother Joe while I'm at college? Great, because sometimes he needs a little help,
That wasn't very nice.
kind of like me. Thanks, Blue.
Okay, all right. That's the end of that one. So
Okay.
that was him saying
I'm gonna miss
goodbye. It's
Is it replaying?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I didn't even realize it was replaying.
That's okay. I could see that you were busy.
Yeah, I was. I was making sure everything was going well.
All right.
Okay.
So now Steve released a video today. He looks way different.
It's a bit older.
He is a bit older. He's wearing a better hat than he wore in the previous video. This one covers his head a lot more.
Same
but anyway,
sweater though. I commend him for not wearing an undershirt with his polo
I
sweater.
did not grow up with Blue's Clues, but I watched this today and felt all the feels. Get ready, Nathan. Were you a Blue's Clues watcher?
No, it was on Nickelodeon. I didn't get that channel
Because you guys weren't rich.
because we weren't rich. We also lived in the country. I
But
don't
you
think we
had a
could
pool.
get Nickelodeon out there.
Okay.
We did have a pool though, and Transformers and lightsabers. Grant and I played a lot of lightsabers too.
Get ready for some inspiration.
You got a second? Okay. You remember how when we were younger, we used to run around and hang out with Blue and find clues and talk to Mr. Salt and freak out about the mail and do all the fun stuff. And then one day I was like, oh, hey, guess what? Big news. I'm leaving. This is my brother Joe. He's your new best friend. And then I got on a bus and I left. And we didn't see each other for like a really long time. Can we just talk about that? Great. Because I realized that was kind of abrupt. I just kind of got up and went to college. And that was really challenging, by the way, but great because I got to use my mind and take a step at a time. And now I literally am doing many of the things that I wanted to do. And then look at you and look at all you have done and all you have accomplished in all that time. And it's just so amazing, right? I mean, we started out with clues and now it's what? Student loans and jobs and families. And some of it has been kind of hard. You know? I know you know. And I wanted to tell you that I really couldn't have done all of that without your help. And in fact, all the help that you helped me with when we were younger is still helping me today, right now. And that's super cool. I guess I just wanted to say that after all these years, I never forgot you. Ever. And I'm super glad we're still friends. Thanks for listening. You look great, by the way. Whatever it is you're doing, it's working.
I'm feeling.
All right, Steve.
No, that was like really touching.
That was needed.
You felt it too?
Well, I feel like that the world needed that. I don't know if I personally needed that, but I know that people did need that.
Like
You know
he had
what I'm
all
saying?
the marks, you know, when he's like, some of it was kind of tough. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm there with you. Okay.
it was really
you don't
hard.
need to. You don't need to. Okay, she's crying now. You're fine. You're cool.
But I'm like super proud of him. And like I feel like he's proud of me. Like we both went on and we did the things and it was
You know you're older than him, right? Like you guys are probably the same age, actually.
I don't know. How old is Steve from Blue's Clues?
Also, I heard that he went to jail.
How old is Steve from Blue's Clues? Are you sure it was
I thought
him?
Steve went. Okay, hold on. Steve from Blue's Clues. Oh gosh, Steve from Blue's Clues. Jail. Yeah. Wait a minute. Steve Burns. Ba 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 ba. Steve Michael Burns, an American actor. Ba 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 ba. Original host of the Long Children's Running Preschool Blue's Clues. After nearly 6 episodes, 100, whatever. After Blue's
what's his name?
Clues, Steve Burns. After pursue a music career, it didn't happen at all.
He's older than me.
What?
Nathan, he's older than me by a good number.
Is he 50?
He's 47.
Oh, that's not that bad of a number.
Oh, but he's like older than me. See? I felt like he was proud of me and I was proud of him.
Yeah, he's basically old enough to be your dad.
Anyway,
at
did he
that
go to
point.
prison?
I don't know. I think he did, but I can't find it. I thought he went to jail.
I mean, if he did, that'd be like the part where he was like, some of that stuff was kind of hard, right?
Okay. Burns' departure caused a resurface of the rumors that had circulated about him since 1998. Rumors about death from a heroin overdose clearly didn't happen. Being killed in a car accident, that also didn't happen.
It says that he was like convicted of murder. He wasn't. Just another rumor.
So maybe it's just a rumor that he went to jail.
A whole bunch of rumors.
Poor guy.
He
What the
just
heck?
went to college, guys. That's it. He went to college and everybody's just blasting him. He's been dead. He's murdered.
Let's see here.
Says that he had cancer at one point. These are all rumors.
The day following his final episode for the show, he shaved his head, something he wanted to do for many years, but the show's producers would not allow. In the FAQ section of his webpage, when asked why he shaved his head, if he had been trying to make a statement, Burns replied, "Yes, the statement is, we have male pattern baldness.
Oh, so he was dealing with like that hairline creeping back.
Yeah.
And he just wanted to get rid of it. But I wonder if because he shaved his head, then that's why people were like, wait, did he have cancer? Anyway, he seems way cooler now. He looks way cooler with a bald head.
Yeah, I'm digging his glasses too, actually.
Yeah. But they must have wanted him to look like a total nerd on Blue's Clues.
Yeah, for sure. He looks better.
Nerds
baldish.
are more trusting.
Are they?
Or they're
Endearing?
more people trust nerds. You know, they just have this like innocent factor to them.
Do you think people trust me because I have glasses?
Do you
Do
have
I
an
look like
example of when somebody said that they trusted you?
You just said. No, you just said nerds are more trustworthy.
I didn't call you a nerd.
But I have been called a nerd.
I didn't call you a nerd. Loser.
You didn't.
I didn't call you a nerd.
You didn't, but people have called me a nerd. And you're saying nerds are more trustworthy. So now I'm asking, are they calling me a nerd because I'm trustworthy? And am I trustworthy because I'm wearing glasses?
If somebody's calling you a nerd, it's probably because you look like a nerd.
So I look more trustworthy.
Maybe. I don't know.
You are trying so hard not to admit that you just said I'm trustworthy. You're trying really hard.
I wasn't the one who said that you look like a nerd.
But you did say nerds are more trustworthy.
I guess you look like a nerd.
So you're saying I look trustworthy?
Sure.
Do I look mature? Do I look more mature without glasses? I just feel like I look weird, like my face is missing something without glasses.
I can't handle my face without glasses. Like it freaks me out. I feel like on the Muppets when like the puppets would like come on and they like had slits for eyes. Like that's what I feel like I've become when I didn't take off my glasses.
Yeah.
Yes, Nathan just did an example of the like
slits for eyes.
Yes.
Anyway, Steve from Blue's Clues, what a guy.
Huh? Yeah, that was a really well done speech there.
It was.
Also, Steve did not go to prison, did not have cancer, did not die, and did not murder. He went to school and he's back to inspire.
Jury's still out about those things. Have you seen, before we move on to our next topic, have you seen Blippi?
Who?
Blippi. He's kind of like, and I don't want to like build him up too much, but I would compare him to a modern day Blue's Clues. Steve
I have
Burns.
Absolutely no clue who you're talking about.
Blippi. I'll play a clip for you, but I'm not going to play the audio, so you'll just have to watch it because I don't want to get copyrighted. Blippi is this guy who basically was tired of there not being any educational shows for kids.
Hasn't he ever seen Reading Rainbow?
That's old as heck.
How about the Alphabet People?
The Alphabet People.
That was like my favorite show.
So he does videos where he'll like go to a museum or something like that. And then he talks about all the different stuff. But he's totally goofy, like dresses up in bright colors with these bright orange glasses and stuff and plays with the kids' toys and stuff. But kids love this guy because he is goofy.
He's like a big kid.
He's like a big kid. Like whenever you see a kid and you're trying to make them laugh and you're being all goofy and dancing around and stuff, that's his whole shtick. He does that for like a 10-minute episode, and it's a YouTube channel.
Exhausting.
It is exhausting. So much so, in fact, and this guy, by the way, I'm pretty sure has like a doctorate. I don't know. He's a super smart guy. But it's so exhausting, in fact, that he hired somebody else to play Blippi, to play himself.
Wait, like he has a body double?
Yeah. So this, what you see right here, this is the actual guy. And I don't know his name, but this is the OG Blippi. But if you were to look up new episodes of Blippi now, it's a different guy. He's essentially hired somebody. Not essentially, he has hired somebody.
He's essentially hired somebody, you know, but like
this guy isn't even
really
Blippi.
So what you're showing me right now is not the real. Oh my gosh!
It's a different guy. This guy looks like a Jonas brother, actually, a little bit.
Yeah, but it's easy. It's easy to disguise somebody when your head and face are pretty much covered.
Yeah.
With a hat and glasses.
Exactly, and he's always moving really fast and stuff like that.
As long as he's got the same outfit on.
Right. So kids don't really recognize, the difference or whatever. But dude made a lot of money.
Do you ever look at these things and think, like, where did I miss it? Where I could have just started playing in kids' museums and stuff and recording it and made $1 million.
Yes, over $1 million. He has 13.4 million subscribers, and all his videos get well over 1 million episodes. I mean, the modern day parenting method is to set your kid down in front of a screen. And so parents will set their kid down in front of Blippi because they know it's going to be like educational content and it's going to keep their attention because it's bright colors and moving.
Feel less guilty if it's educational.
Exactly. Which, by the way, you shouldn't feel less guilty about that. You should feel the same amount of guilt for sitting your kid in front of a screen. Yes, you should. You shouldn't be doing that. hi, my name is Nathan. I play hours of video games every
See,
single day.
I think setting him down in front of Blippi, an educational entertainer, instead of like Rugrats or SpongeBob, like I think Blippi is probably more beneficial.
Okay, I'll give you that. Because have you ever heard of Caillou? My little sister used to watch Caillou, and we could tell. We could actually tell when she had been watching Caillou because her entire attitude would change to the point where she was no
really
longer
whiny and
allowed.
annoying.
Exactly. She would act like Caillou to the point where she was no longer allowed to watch Caillou, and sometimes she would like sneak in my parents' room and watch Caillou. And then we could tell she had been watching Caillou behind their backs because she would just act like Caillou, like a spoiled little brat. And so I'll give you that. If you're going to sit your kids in front of a screen, put them in front of something like Blippi or something that's educational, like the dinosaur train or something. Don't set them in front of a Caillou. But ultimately, maybe just don't set them in front of a screen at all. Listen, I'm a 25-year-old male. I don't have a lot of parenting experience, but I've seen children grow up that weren't placed in front of a screen, and I've seen children grow up that were, and I notice a difference in attention spans.
Okay, so this guy definitely grew up in front of a screen. I don't know that for sure, but I have my suspicions. His name is Lil Uzi Vert.
I'm so glad you said that. I thought you were about to call me out.
You?
Yeah.
You thought I was going to say you.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say, but his name is Nathan, because I was just calling people out for setting their children in front of a screen. I thought you were going to be like, well, you know.
No, I'm talking about Lil Uzi.
All right.
Because you know what he did?
Yes.
He surgically had a $24 million pink diamond put into his forehead.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I know a lot about like the culture.
Do ya?
That the music that kids listen to these days. I've missed Lil Uzi and the diamond in his forehead up until this moment, because the diamond is no longer in his forehead, and it came out by force.
You didn't know
accidental force
that he had a diamond in his forehead? You didn't know about this?
I was not aware of that. He bought this pink diamond for $24 million, and he's been paying on it. Like, he didn't even just like pay straight up for it. It was more money than he had to just slap down on the table. So he's making payments on this diamond that he had put in his forehead. Who the heck does that?
It doesn't even look comfortable.
Well, no. I mean, it reminds me of like David and Goliath. Like, that's what I imagine the stone look like when in the Bible it says that the stone sunk into Goliath's forehead.
Yeah.
That's what I imagine this pink diamond looking like.
Dunk.
Anyway, it wasn't that secure because when he was crowd surfing, he said like some fans knocked it out of his head. I mean, kind of knocked it out of his head. Good news, though. He still has the diamond.
What?
No fans got away with his $24 million pink diamond. What the heck? Anyway, I'm just like blown away. Like, puts the diamond in their forehead. Like, what is going on?
You've seen Marvel movies.
Yes.
Where Vision
at this picture. It's
where
totally
Vision has the Infinity Stone in his forehead, and then
that's like what makes
Thanos
him live, right?
Yeah, Thanos rips it out of his forehead and then essentially kills him.
Yeah.
Doesn't essentially, he actually does kill him. That's basically what just happened to Lil Uzi. He's crowd surfing and somebody just Thanos'd him.
But he survived. And he still has his pink diamond. But he does not have it in his forehead. Right now, what is holding its place in his forehead is like one of those little post piercings.
Yeah, like you would see on a diamond ring. On like 4 of the posts, like holding it in.
No.
Yeah.
No.
What do you mean, no?
I thought it was like the post, like the bar, like the barbell thing.
A bar?
Okay, hold on. Go to the story. Go to the Lil Uzi story. Scroll all the way to the bottom. Okay, go up a little bit. Okay, go back down. Okay, a barbell piercing is now where the diamond had been.
So it's not holding the diamond in. It's just
a barbell piercing.
It's just a piercing is now where the diamond was. But you said it was holding the diamond in.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I said,
you did.
I said it's holding the place of where the diamond was.
No, you said it was holding the diamond in place.
No.
Anyway, this guy's a freaking weirdo.
The diamond is not in his head anymore.
Got ripped
I
out.
don't
But
know
he
where the
still
diamond
has the
is.
diamond?
He
You
still
said?
has it. Yes,
Aw.
he did not lose it.
So somebody just it was like a scab, like where they scratched at it, but it didn't fully come off. And then he was like, ugh.
What was holding it in his head?
I think little posts, like in a
maybe
diamond
they were like
ring.
drilled into like his skull or something.
Yeah, like a piercing. You know, people get their forehead pierced and stuff. You can get anywhere pierced if you're brave enough.
This just freaks me out so much. Like this makes me wonder. Like, I feel so old saying this, but I'm like, kids these days, like, what has happened? What has happened that you're getting a diamond installed in your forehead? And did you run that by anybody for advice? I mean, it doesn't look like he's asking a lot of advice from anybody, but sheesh.
No,
Sheesh.
it's weird.
Okay. You watching these videos of like Thanos pulling stone out. Also, that was a very sad moment.
Yeah, it was whenever he died. That was rough. Vision.
Yes.
Not Lil Uzi.
Oh my gosh, the blood.
Yeah,
oozing down
I'm
his
sure there was a
forehead.
lot
Okay.
of blood from this. You put a diamond in your.
This
anyway,
is a very visual topic.
Yeah, don't kids, because I know our main audience is children. Kids, don't put diamonds in your forehead. In fact, don't really put diamonds anywhere on your body, except for maybe on your ears. If you're feeling a little rebellious, maybe your belly button or your nose.
Let's just stick with the ears for
Yeah.
right now. Let's just be safe. We
That's
don't want to
fair.
give bad advice.
That's true.
If your parents are okay with you getting your ears pierced, that would be acceptable.
It's a good place for diamonds, other than like your fingers.
Uh-huh.
Don't pierce your fingers with diamonds, because I know people do that too. Just get a ring. It's removable. You can take it off whenever you're putting on
there's
gloves.
an option because of your webbed finger and the fact that you can't wear a wedding band. What if you just get your finger pierced?
That is a terrible idea. I've never thought of that. So
It's an
points for
option.
creativity.
It's an option.
I hate that
We've
option.
talked about a tattooed ring
Uh-huh.
or the pierced one. So now you've got two options to work with there.
Hate that.
Or surgery to fix the web on your
Those are
finger.
the worst things you've ever said to me.
Either way, it's going to take some cutting
Yeah,
or
I'm just
piercing.
I'm thinking about just having a knife accident sometime and just
Just doing your own surgical procedure.
okay. Whenever I just did that
Yeah.
hurt. Like whenever I just
Well, that's
motioned a
because
knife.
it's blunt, but if you use like a sharp knife, I mean, I bet.
Oh,
let
that
me
would
try
hurt
it.
so
I bet I
bad.
could slice
You don't
that web in your
understand.
finger so fast that you won't even know what happened.
You do not understand how sensitive the skin between your fingers can be, because you don't have that much. But like,
It's pretty bad when you get a paper cut, though.
okay, imagine a knife cut. And this, by the way, is not a thin slab of skin either. Like feel it. It feels kind of muscly.
In case you're not watching this and you're listening, yeah, that is pretty thick. Nathan has a webbed finger. The web between his ring finger and your middle finger it goes up pretty high, which makes it impossible to wear a ring on that finger. So either it's God's sign that you should never get married, or
No.
he's gonna have to do something different as far as the ring goes, or he's gonna have to have surgery. He's gonna have to take another route.
Webb Bixby in the chat says, "Is this web talk?" This conversation was made for you, Webb.
Oh, that's great.
By the way, I love the name Webb. I might name my kid Webb.
Yeah, after the web between your finger that was removed so
Yeah.
you could get married.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
Did you have your kids' names planned before you had them?
No.
Because
Like, I had-
Zacchaeus is pretty unique.
I had names planned and then I changed them.
While you
later.
were pregnant?
With Zacchaeus, yes. Changed his like the month before he was born. He was always going to be Chase Taylor.
Thank you so much for not going with Chase.
And then one day I realized if we name him like Zach, his initials could be, and his middle name Aaron, which is my husband's middle name and his dad's middle name. And so we're like, if we name him Zacchaeus Aaron Crockett, his initials will spell out Zach.
That's kind of cool. I didn't know that.
And I thought that was
Dang,
kind of
that's
creative.
cool. Now I want to do that with my kids. What kind of names end with R?
Okay.
Car, bar,
Lar.
Jar, dar.
Anyway.
Far. Far? I can name them Far.
She was going to be Amber Rose way before I was pregnant with her. Like, I liked the name Amber Rose before I had Zacchaeus, and then my sister made fun of me for it and said that it was a terrible name. I agree with her now. I don't like the name now, but I decided I really like the name Grace, and then the lead singer of POD had a daughter and named her Nevaeh, which is heaven spelled backwards.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that's really cool, so Grace Nevaeh.
Grace Nevaeh.
And her initials are GNC.
Which is a health market, right?
Yep. And mine is RRC, which is Railroad Crossing.
Oh, nice. And Jay West
is Jack, JAC.
Nice.
And his dad is Mac, MAC.
So Jay West doesn't include both his first names and his initials?
No. That's complicated.
Okay. Interesting.
That's a lot. Well, there's only, you have 3 initials and throw a 4th in there.
My initials are NJR, which don't sound that out. I didn't realize that until I got older, but probably just don't phonetically sound out NJR. I always wished that I could somehow, like, I've spent my entire life looking at my initials NJR and figuring out how can I spell ninja out of that. And it's never worked out, and I can't figure it out. I think it's the R that's really throwing things for a loop there. You know, if my last name was A something.
Maybe if you get married and you take her last name.
There you go.
So now you've got to find somebody with what? What letter would you want?
Well, A, I think that'd be really close to ninja. Right?
Sure.
I'm stuck with the N and the J, Rebecca. It's got to be, like, what else is there?
I don't know. I don't think it really matters.
I you know, in retrospect, I kind of messed up because, and I guess I could still have time, actually. But whenever you start in radio, you're given the choice to change your name, to have an on-air name. And I was like, no, why would I want to change my name? Nathan Reese sounds pretty cool. I didn't think Nathan Reese sounded cool until I met Brady Goodman, and I thought that's a pretty ordinary name.
No, I think it's pretty good though.
Ooh, NJS, okay, New Jersey Shore, yeah. But anyway, so I was like, Nathan Reese doesn't sound bad, and then people told me Nathan Reese kind of sounds like a famous person.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's kind of true. It does kind of sound like a famous person. And then Joe from the radio station that I work at now asked why I didn't go with Nate. Why I didn't change my last name to, like, shoot. Now I can't remember.
I bet it was great though.
It was great, but it was kind of ordinary, you know.
I didn't realize Rebecca Crockett is kind of hard to say. And it's like yeah, you've got to take a turn like Rebecca Crockett.
You know what's funny?
What?
So your initials spell out RCC, Railroad Crossing, RRC, and whenever you're saying Rebecca Crockett, you kind of sound like a train. Rebecca.
And I supposedly murdered a lady on a train. I feel like it's all like destiny.
Yeah. Whoa. There you go.
So when we were introducing what we're going to be talking about on the show today, one thing I talked about was the incident that happened at dinner tonight that's still bothering me.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, that's been a while.
And
I'm surprised you remembered that.
I remembered it because it's still bothering me. We were just eating tacos, and one tooth on the bottom caught on a tooth on the top and like clicked. Not like just like...
Please, no!
Like your teeth chattering together, like one caught and like snapped on the other tooth. Like it felt like it like broke part of my tooth off. Like I heard it, I felt it, and I immediately like stopped chewing and was like had to feel to make sure like I wasn't missing. I'm good. I checked. I'm not missing any part of my tooth. It's bothering me so much. Like I feel like I need to bite into like wax or something because it just feels so weird. I had to go back and like check it in the mirror just to double check like, okay, I don't feel like something's missing, but let me check and see if something's missing. I don't even know how it happened.
What if I added 2 last names? Like a P
We're
name
talking
and
about
a
my
D
teeth
name.
right now.
So
Why are
my-
you
my
going back to
initials
talking
were
about names?
NJPD,
Were
like
you
the
even
New
listening
Jersey
to what I was
Police
saying?
Department.
Anyway, I clicked my teeth on each other, and that was really painful.
I feel your pain. I'm really sorry that
Do
happened.
you really feel my pain?
I would encourage you to snack on some things. Legitimately.
For what reason?
I have noticed that whenever I will do something that like hurts my teeth, like accidentally knock them against each other or hit it too hard with a toothbrush or something, what usually makes things kind of go back to normal feeling-ish the quickest is whenever I just snack on things.
I've got some cookies over there. Could probably eat a cookie.
Don't eat
I
it now.
feel
Wait
like
5
I just need
minutes
to
at
bite
least.
into something because it's awful. Has anybody else experienced this before? Like, this is a normal thing, right? Like, I know, like, I can probably count on one hand how many times this has happened to me in my life, but, like, my teeth are fixed now. That shouldn't be happening anymore. I don't know what's going on, but that hurt. It just came out of nowhere.
I
weird.
have a permanent retainer on the back of my teeth, both bottom and top. And it's just this little strip of metal with glue on it, and it's glued to the back of my teeth. I can't floss very easily because, you know, you can't go through the metal bar. You got to go around it, and it's just a hassle. Anyway, but sometimes, and this happens more often than I really wish it ever did, but I will hit it with the back of my toothbrush, and it'll kind of bend the metal bar a little bit, and then I can feel it with my bottom set
Like
of teeth.
it's moving your teeth because the bar is bent?
Well, I can just, it feels like it's kind of like normally it's like flat up against, but if I hit it, then it kind of bends outward.
Oh.
So then it sticks out enough that my bottom teeth hit it, and then I can just feel it all the time.
Oh, like clinking against metal. Your teeth, ooh.
Yeah, so then I have to like eat things and stuff, and so that's why I recommend, you know, eating stuff, because that's usually what helps. Can you eat Rice Krispie treats?
Most of them, yes.
You could probably eat a Rice Krispie treat
Yeah, maybe.
or something. I don't know.
You know those like wax lips that you can get where like it gives you like fake lips, but you can eat them? It's like gum or something.
No.
They're fun. You get them at a candy store. Anyway, it's just wax, and I want to bite into those.
Maybe like the bottles. What are those? The soda pops?
Oh yeah, those are wax too.
Did you eat the wax parts? Were you that
I did
kid?
have the lips, but not the soda bottle.
That's just wax.
Now I'm wondering if I was supposed to eat that.
I doubt it.
Are you supposed to eat the wax?
I don't
lips?
think you were supposed to eat the wax, Rebecca.
I did.
You are
Also-
basically a walking candlestick at this point.
Picked up mercury with my fingers.
Really?
I told you about that, right? When I had the thermometer and I wanted to take the temperature of the oven thing, the oven coils, the burner on the oven.
Yes.
I was like a preteen, and I put the thermometer on the burner, and it exploded immediately. It was too hot. Who would have guessed? Anyway.
Right.
I didn't want to get in trouble, so I quickly cleaned it up, and that mercury is really hard to pick up. Like, it slips right out.
Really?
Yeah, but
it's hard to pick up the liquid?
I finally grasped it and was able to get it, and I threw it away in the trash can.
Did you die?
I'm still alive.
Wow, that was close.
But now I'm clinking my teeth on each other, and I'm wondering if that's like a fallout effect of the mercury.
It's all coming together. I watched a video of an anvil floating in Mercury. It was bizarre seeing this super heavy anvil float in Mercury. Makes me want to go to the planet, see what else floats. No wonder it's up in space, right? It's floating up there. Mercury is the floatiest metal, I think. It's weird that it's even a metal because it looks liquid.
But it doesn't act like liquid. It's really non-squishable.
Right, which is weird, right? It makes sense that the anvil would float. It makes you wonder, was it even floating? Can something float in Mercury?
Swim in Mercury? I've already been exposed to it. I can try it.
What if you cover yourself? Ooh, what if Iron Man? Could Iron Man swim in Mercury, or would he just float to the top?
I don't know.
So many questions, so little time. Thank you guys for listening to another hour of Nathan and Rebecca rambling about non-important things. If you guys want to see us live,
the best of things?
Right. Oh, we won't be live this Friday.
We will not. Oh,
we will not.
I forgot. I
forgot
said that we were going to, but we are not.
We're not. So apologies for that. But next Friday, probably.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
But until then, my name's Nathan.
I'm Rebecca. We out.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
That was an hour of rambling. But
hey, we covered some of our topics.
We did. And
we did the Blues Clues. We talked about Little Uzi. We did not get to the bank or the swearing duck.
Right.
Or the dead plant.
Well, oh yeah, I got a plan. Oh, well, we'll talk about that in the Let's Be Honest.
Let's be honest. We'll also talk about why Nathan's not going to be here on Friday. And are we gonna give a little more insight to some stuff that's going on?
Maybe.
Tiny little bit more insight.
Tiny little bit. Some of it's not actual public info.
Tiny little bit more insight.
But all of you guys will hear that episode. So.
And let's be honest.
Yep. And thank you guys for hanging out, by the way. Seriously, I don't know about you, Rebecca, but I missed these people. I actually was like thinking all day about.
I know, and so many people contacted us on Friday missing the show.
Mm-hmm.
And it made me feel like really happy that so many people missed us, but really sad that we failed them.
Right? Seriously, man.
And Webb, he checked in on me. That was so nice. Thank you, Webb. You're just such a kind soul.
Yeah, all of you guys are. We appreciate each and every one of them. All right, we're going to go record the Let's Be Honest. You guys, thank you for hanging out.
I got to go bite some wax first.
Rebecca's going to go eat some wax, I guess. Bite a candle. And then we'll get recorded.